Hey folks, I'm Red and this is my Watcher of Realms channel, and this is a free-to-play series that I've started. This is technically day 3, although my daily sign-in seems to think that I'm on day 1, so it's a bit weird. And based on the events, I'm on day 3. So last weekend, I had 18 accounts that I had started so I could manage to play the odds. And it was a crazy weekend for summoning, for Hex and Zillitu. I didn't get either of them, but one of the accounts pulled Aracha, and so I'm using that as the basis for this series. Now, why would I want to start with a legendary? Is mainly because of the base stats, okay? So all of the different tiers of heroes have different max base stats, and so if you have a hero who's legendary, you have a much better chance of being able to progress through the campaign, and that's basically all you're doing for the first week. Progressing through the campaign, unlocking different aspects of the game. As you can see here, I have these raids unlocked, but I don't have everything unlocked. So I have to progress through the campaign in order to do that. And you can see that I haven't made it very far in the campaign. I basically made it to chapter 3. So now I'm going to focus on pushing the campaign as far as possible, getting to these XP raids, leveling up the characters, etc. There's also these Oracle Trials events, so when you're starting out with any account, you want to try and push as far as you can so that you can get some juicy rewards. And yeah, there's various events. You want to try and get to Ein, so day 7, so log in every day to get those rewards. Actually, on a previous account, that's my main account now, I didn't do that. So I ended up without Mari, actually. Without Mari and without Ein, who are both, they're epics, so they have better base stats and they can help you progress. And I still use Mari in a lot of the gear raids for her control. So yeah, so I'll work on that and then I'll come back and show you what progress I've made. This is technically day 3, although my daily sign-in seems to think that I'm on day 1, so it's kind of reset for me, which is a bit weird. And obviously, based on the events, I'm on day 3, but for whatever reason, it reset. So it's kind of day 1, it's kind of day 3, whatever. I'll just progress as I go. One of the things that I thought I'd do is, as I'm kind of going through this, just talk about what I'm doing. You can see I've got these characters going through the promotion raid, so I want to try and upgrade some of my characters to at least unlock their passive skill, which requires a promotion level. So if I go to Aracha, for example, you can see I can promote this spider toxin skill, okay, and that can be very useful. So inflict spider toxin on targets for 3 seconds, then gets into explode, AoE damage to surrounding enemies, and then also inflicting poison, so very useful. This is one of the reasons that Aracha was such a huge pull for this account, or for anyone really, because she's not only is she a fighter, so she's a ground unit, but she has incredible range, and then she extends the range of all the other characters in her faction, okay? So I'm gonna put her down here in this promotion raid, and you can see she's got an incredible range, and that only gets bigger as she gets promoted. So then if I put down a mage, obviously he's not gonna be affected, but when I put Theowen down here, he's going to get an extended range just because she's on the team. So very, very useful to have her, and this is really going to supercharge my progression. Again, the more you go through the campaign, the more things unlock. I unlocked the guild just now, and so I've joined a guild just using the auto join function, and now I can fight the guild boss, I can get more rewards. But before I do that, I want to make sure my heroes are upgraded, so I'm going to push as far in campaign as I can, and then upgrade my heroes as much as possible, and after that, I'll fight the guild boss. So, yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so I forgot to put my Rex down. Rex is actually pretty solid. Rex and this guy Vortex are quite solid, and I use them in gear raids, actually, because I don't have an AoE mage, and Rex does a stun as well, which can be very useful for controlling the mobs. So thanks for continuing to watch, and do subscribe, like, and leave a comment on this video. Okay, so I'm back and I've done a little bit of work on the account. So here's the account, and as you can see, a lot of things have been unlocked. So in terms of raids, I've got the gear raid unlocked, the first one, and I've gotten up to level 5, stage 5. If I beat stage 6, I start to get the epic gear, which is really good. And here I haven't managed to get faction trials unlocked. I pushed as far as I can in the campaign for now, up to 512, 511. I beat it, but not 3-starred. So it's important to try and 3-star things so you can get your rewards. So as you can see, I've collected a bunch of gems and crystals, and one of the reasons I was doing that is because there's still some time to summon. So I've got 11 crystals here that I can use for this special invocation of spirits. Nyx is a really good hero for AoE damage when you're trying to attack the flying enemies, so she's really good for Gear Raid 3. Apsan also is a bit like Aracha in terms of the fact that he's a fighter, and he has a pretty good range, so once you upgrade this, it gets to be larger. Units who can target air and ground units are quite good. Essentially what I've been doing with my campaign, you can see this is the team that I'm using here. I've got Aracha as the Lord. I've unlocked the second Lord slot. So I've got Borit here, the northern guy, the Watcher. I'm able to basically get through the stages with 2 or 3 defenders or fighters, so ground units, and then a bunch of air or magic DPS, and a healer. Here, Autumn is a second healer, but she also does crit rate and crit damage, which is very useful when you don't have any gear, which is my case right now. So I could probably level up my heroes a bit. You can see they're not leveled up at all. I've just been gathering the XP that I get as I go through. So I could probably level them up and get a little farther, but I wanted to get to a point where I could at least summon 20 pulls so that I could still get in on this banner. So that's what I'm going to do now. So let's just pull and see what we get. I will move myself on the screen down below here, and let's see what we can do. Okay. They also have this beginner's divine summons, but I don't have any divines. If you spend money on this game, you would probably want to get some divines and summon there, and then you get a few more legendaries, hopefully. But let's see what we can do here. Nyx would be awesome. Apsan will also be useful at this stage. So let's try. And this is nothing. When you're early game, it's good to just summon, because you need to kind of fill out your roster. So notice I've got some gems here, so I can just do another 10 pull, and I will do that right now. Gonna get anything? At least I got a purple. Here we go. Is it someone new? Vortex. Okay, so I didn't have a healer. Vortex is an awesome healer. So this is great. I'm very glad I did the summoning. So yeah, like I said, you just want to kind of fill out your roster when you're starting, and this account is only a few days old. So I've got 2 more crystals. Maybe I'll just pull them and then pull the rest of my diamonds. I want to keep some diamonds so I can buy stuff in the shop. So I won't pull them all, but I will use these 2 crystals. Let's see if I get anything. Okay, 1 more. Got an epic. Let's see who it is. Novras. Okay, he can do a lot of damage, so he could be quite useful as a mage. Yeah, as a mage, he's quite good. Okay, and especially if you don't have any mages. I think he's more single target though. Okay, let's get these crystals, and I will use them again here. Check out the gallery. Get some benefits. So 50 attack. Who do I have in here? Novras, and then I and an assault. Okay. Okay, and I got something from here. Yes. Okay, so I got some extra gems, so maybe I can do another 10 pull. That would be lucky if so. Get something from the Gold Dragon Pass. Okay, not useful for my purposes. So if I had been able to push a bit farther, then I probably would have gotten enough gems to do another 10 pull. But as it is, I'll just pull what I have. Okay, so here we go. Rider. He's a low-cost unit, so he can be useful for blocking in the event of an emergency. Rum nose. Okay. And let me pull some gems here. Hoping for some epics. Legendary would be nice, but when you don't have so many crystals, it's not very likely. So I just want to make sure that I'm leaving about 100 diamonds for myself. Otherwise, I will pull. And I can probably get some diamonds from selling. What's this? Okay, I get some bonus from the Watchguard faction for just having particular units. So let's see if I can sell stuff. I can sell some heroes. I don't want to sell a Lucas, he's good. Autumn, I want to awaken her. And I want to save one of these guys, one of these for fusion. Yeah, that should give me enough diamonds. Yep, I don't need any of these other units. That should give me enough diamonds to do a 10 pull. So let's see that. And come back to summoning and do one last 10 pull. Here we go. Can I get something good? I get some purple. All right. Is it just going to be one purple or Dolores? Wow, awesome. Dolores boosts the attack of your whole team, and so she's very useful. She's total endgame viable. I'm going to sell, I think I'm going to sell a couple more just to get, oh, I have one more. Okay, let me just pull this. Okay, so I think I'll stop there. So how many summons am I at now? I've done 60 summons. Okay. I think that's pretty good for an account that's only a few days old, free to play. So I think I'll stop there and I'll basically save the rest of my diamonds, and any crystals that I get, I'll be saving till another good banner. So I might pull on the next 2 times banner, which they usually come every weekend. So within a week, I should have about 50 crystals, or enough diamonds for 50 pulls. That's what I've found. At least early game, you get a lot of rewards initially, so you can save everything up for a good banner. So I would usually save up for the weekend. So okay, so that's basically what I've done. So pushing campaign, making some progress. I would typically say you want to get rid of all your energy, use up all your energy, but that's pretty hard to do in the early game. So just push the content and try and get your heroes maxed relatively quickly. I've fought the guild boss. I actually got an extra token, but I can only really fight the easy boss. So that's kind of where I'm sticking. I'm not worried about losing this extra token. I can't do any damage on the next level because my heroes are not strong enough. So I'll just try and upgrade them in the next couple days and work on the other ones. Dolores is going to be huge for that. also Vortex for keeping people alive, and he's got a great range. So once you promote him sufficiently, and I can maybe just do that right now, his range expands like crazy. So yeah, I don't have enough materials to upgrade him, but the more you push campaign, then you get these other slots unlocked, and everything continues to unlock. Eventually you can unlock the faction trials once you've cleared up through kind of level 8, and yeah, you just keep pushing along. One thing I have to say about Moonton is I really appreciate the way that their story kind of unfolds as you go through, and they're very good at showing you basic strategy and where to progress. So especially they kind of point you toward the storyline, and they say, okay, do this, do this, do this, and it's really good for showing you how to progress. So I think once you've started Watcher of Realms, if you're early game, you just know you just follow the guides basically that they have provided. So hats off to Moonton, they've really done this well, and it's really kind of, as you get into the game, you learn that there's a lot of strategy involved too, especially at the higher levels in order to beat particular content. But these, early days, just keep pushing and keep adjusting your gear and stuff like that. So yeah, good job Moonton, you've done well. So that's gonna be it for the video. Thanks for watching, and do subscribe and hit that like button. Appreciate you for spending the time, and hopefully this has been helpful. And if you have more specific questions, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll try to address it in a future video. So thanks.